In this video, we're going to talk about why you need to stop eating this after 60, or your sugar will never calm down. It's not good for your body at all. This is one of the worst foods that you can eat, so please pay attention. I want to talk about something very important in this video. I want you to share this video with your friends and family so they can also be aware of this and can take control of their own health. As people age, there are certain foods that become more harmful to their health. One of these foods is white bread. Why? Because our bodies change as we age. And when our bodies change, we have different needs, especially in terms of the foods that we eat. As we get older, our digestive systems become weaker. We start losing our appetite, our metabolism slows down. And because of all these things, white bread becomes much more dangerous. So in this video, I'm going to explain 10 reasons why you should avoid white bread after 60. Let's dive in. No. 1. White bread and blood sugar. You should know that white bread has a high glycemic index, which means that it can cause a spike in your blood sugar levels. And if you have diabetes or are at risk for diabetes, this can be very dangerous. High blood sugar levels over time can damage your eyes, your kidneys, your nerves, and even your heart. But not only that, having high blood sugar levels also increases your risk of developing other chronic conditions such as obesity, heart disease, and stroke. Number 2. White bread sugar spikes. When you eat white bread, your body breaks it down into glucose, which is a type of sugar. This spike in blood sugar can be very dangerous for people over the age of 60 because as we get older, our bodies become less efficient at regulating blood sugar levels. This means that the spike in blood sugar caused by white bread can be even more significant for older adults. Studies have shown that eating white bread can cause a rapid spike in blood sugar levels, which can be especially dangerous for people over the age of 60. A study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that eating a slice of white bread caused a higher increase in blood sugar levels than eating a slice of whole grain bread. Another study published in the Journal of the American Heart Association found that consuming refined carbohydrates, such as those found in white bread, can lead to insulin resistance, which is a major risk factor for type 2 diabetes. No. 3. Why white bread is bad after 60. White bread is made from refined flour, which means that the bran and germ of the wheat berry have been removed. This processing removes the fiber and nutrients from the bread, leaving only the starchy endosperm. This means that white bread is a highly processed food that does not provide much nutritional value. For younger people, this may not be a big issue. However, as we get older, our bodies need more nutrients to stay healthy and prevent chronic diseases. Eating white bread can contribute to nutrient deficiencies, which can lead to a weakened immune system and increased risk of illness and disease. No. 4. White bread diabetes risk. People over the age of 60 who eat white bread regularly are at an increased risk of developing type 2 diabetes. As mentioned before, white bread has a high glycemic index, which means that it can cause a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. Over time, this can lead to insulin resistance, which is a major risk factor for type 2 diabetes. Studies have shown that consuming white bread regularly can increase the risk of developing type 2 diabetes by up to 27%. That's a huge risk, especially for those who are already at risk due to age. No. 5. White bread inflammation. Eating white bread can lead to inflammation in the body. Inflammation is a natural process that occurs when the body is trying to heal itself from injury or infection. However, chronic inflammation can be harmful to the body and has been linked to many chronic diseases, including heart disease, cancer, and diabetes. White bread can cause inflammation in two main ways. First, it can cause an increase in blood sugar levels, which can lead to inflammation. Second, white bread is a processed food that contains refined carbohydrates and unhealthy fats, which can also promote inflammation. No. 6. White bread seniors' health. The consumption of white bread by older adults can have serious consequences for their overall health and well-being. As mentioned before, white bread can lead to an increase in blood sugar levels, which can be dangerous for people over the age of 60. In addition, white bread is a source of refined carbohydrates, which can contribute to cognitive decline and dementia. Studies have shown that eating white bread regularly can increase the risk of cognitive impairment by up to 39%. In addition, white bread is low in fiber, which is essential for maintaining healthy digestion. This can lead to constipation and other digestive issues, which can be particularly problematic for older adults. Number 7. Stop eating white bread after 60. After 60, our bodies undergo significant changes that make it more difficult to maintain healthy blood sugar levels and prevent chronic diseases. Eating white bread can be especially harmful to our health, as it is a highly processed food that does not provide much nutritional value and can lead to a spike in blood sugar levels. To maintain good health as we age, it is important to avoid processed foods such as white bread and focus on eating whole, unprocessed foods such as fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and whole grains. By making smart food choices, we can help ensure that our bodies get the nutrients they need to stay healthy and prevent chronic diseases. Number 8. White bread glycemic index. The glycemic index is a ranking of carbohydrate-containing foods according to how quickly they raise blood glucose levels. Foods are ranked from 0 to 100. The higher the GI, the more quickly the food raises blood sugar levels. White bread has a high GI of around 70 to 80, which means it can cause a rapid spike in blood sugar levels. For people over the age of 60, this can be particularly dangerous as their bodies may not be able to regulate blood sugar levels as effectively as younger people. When choosing bread, it is important to look for options with a lower GI, such as whole grain breads, which have a GI of around 55 or less. No. 9. White bread health dangers. Consuming white bread can pose several health dangers, especially for individuals over the age of 60. As we age, our bodies become more susceptible to chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and cognitive decline. White bread is a highly processed food that can contribute to the development of these chronic conditions. Firstly, white bread can cause weight gain, which increases the risk of developing chronic diseases. Secondly, it is low in fiber, which can lead to digestive issues such as constipation. Additionally, white bread can cause blood sugar spikes, which can lead to insulin resistance and type 2 diabetes. Moreover, it contains refined carbohydrates that have been stripped of essential nutrients, leading to nutrient deficiencies that can weaken the immune system. Number 10. White bread and sugar control. As we age, our body's ability to regulate blood sugar levels may become less efficient, making it more difficult to keep our blood sugar in check. White bread, which is a refined carbohydrate, can cause blood sugar spikes, which can be especially problematic for older adults. When we consume white bread, our body breaks it down into glucose, which can cause blood sugar levels to rise rapidly. This can lead to insulin resistance, which is a major risk factor for type 2 diabetes. Older adults who are already at risk of developing diabetes may find that their blood sugar levels are more easily elevated after consuming white bread. To maintain good blood sugar control, it is important for older adults to choose carbohydrates wisely and opt for complex carbohydrates such as whole grains and legumes instead of refined carbohydrates like white bread. Please do not forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with your friends and family. Thank you for watching.